I am very aware that it's 11:41 at night. I'm very aware. I want to go in here and use this. So what happened was I used up all my time on my little plan that I have. And so since I use up all my 20 hours, I have made a decision that I'm going to be going live on Wednesdays and then Fridays, okay? Kardashian Bible. I don't know if y'all realize what's going on, but I'm gonna give y'all an update what's going on. Y'all know I love talking about the planets and what's going on with the planets. So this is what's going on with the planets. Mercury and Pluto are retrograde. Mm-hmm. And we had a solar eclipse on the 15th and the 16th. Yes, yes, yes. And Gemini season is nigh. So we're doomed. We're doomed, honey. Okay. All right. This is bad. I mean, I don't ever recall Gemini season ever being good for me. So I hope you guys are having a lovely hump day, even though we only have 18 minutes in Wednesday and we're going into Thursday. Are we in Thursday yet? I don't think we're in Thursday. We're in freaking Thursday. People, y'all remember I told you about the law that Governor Kemp passed? I don't know what the hell happened. All I know is I was sitting up here going off on some Young Money. We like her too. And long story short, at the end of the day, somebody powed and they goes down the glizzy. That's what we used to call it. We used to call it the glizzy. We couldn't say the word G-U-N. We had to say glizzy. So somebody goes down the glizzy. I don't know what's for. I don't know what the argument was about. It's none of my damn business. I just don't appreciate it being near me. And so we will also be getting a career and a job and keeping it moving so we can get out this fucking neighborhood. Because it's okay for anybody to have a gun in Georgia. So y'all know I come on here bearing gifts, having stories to tell. I want to talk about this. Oh, and you remember I came on here and I was crying and I was talking about her certain situation. Long story short, we're not working together. And no, I'm not hurt. I knew we weren't working together because we have already established that. I've already established that in the beginning, but people don't want to admit that they do things and they say things and they try to push you off as being insecure. And you're not being insecure, you're reading the fucking room. So yeah, we deal with that because there's some small shit compared to this damn gun stuff. Let's talk about this. I want y'all to look at the word former substitute teacher. All right. So an ex a former substitute teacher is facing multiple charges for supplying students with drugs in exchange for sex. Enrica Nolasco was originally employed as a substitute with the Miami Beach Senior High School. However, in 2018, he was fired after an investigation found that he had inappropriate contact with students via Snapchat. Miami-Dade County Public Schools confirmed that Nolasco had been employed with the district since his termination. The disciplinary action didn't stop him from communicating with underage students online using the Snapchat name Real Swag. The 32-year-old sold vape pens and drugs to underage students. In several cases, the man would want sexual favors in exchange for the items. Two girls aged 12 and 11 told police that Nolasco offered to give them narcotics in exchange for kisses inside his vehicle. A 14-year-old girl said Nolasco expressed an interest in her when she bought drugs from him. On Valentine's Day 2020, he booked a hotel room for them when he offered her narcotics and nicotine for sex. Another victim, also aged 12, said Nolasco battered her after communicating with her on Snapchat after meeting up to buy a vape pen from him, she was allegedly assaulted. The current allegations against Nolasco were initially brought to attention of authorities in March of this year. The female victim all attended Natalis Middle School in Miami Beach. Get a good look at this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. He's like my age, so I'm like, what? I'm 31. There ain't nothing no teenager can do for me. This tell you this man right here. I bet you this one of these bitch ass niggas who think he's one of these bitch ass niggas who think he's what's that word that Kevin Samuels used to say? High valued. He probably think he's a high value man. He's probably the douchebag to women his age. He probably believe that when women are over 35, they lose their value and they are leftover women. And you over here messing with their cheering with your dirty, stinking ass. I wish I was that girl, big sister. I will fucking kill him. I hate people like this. I can't stand people like this. People like this are disgusting to me. 12, 11, 10, 13, they don't know what they want in life, okay? They're just figuring out things. They're just dealing with these newly found hormones that they're given. They don't know what to do. For you to take advantage of this and to think that they will be into this. Nobody is into you. You're disgusting. No grown woman wants you. No grown woman wants you, clearly. Because if you could get with a grown-ass woman, you wouldn't be able to. That's clear. That's very obvious. You're disgusting. I hope you go to jail for the rest of your life, you dirty, low-down pig. You're disgusting, sir. You're gross. Which, by the way, speaking of Kevin Samuels, I saw his episode on ATL, on not ATL, in Atlanta, on Atlanta. And the episode was ironic because his character gave all the scholarship money to black kids. It was a very ironic episode. It was so weird watching him on that show. And it was just so weird watching him in this story sequence because y'all know, Atlanta has been doing like different story sequences in between the main storyline, which is Paperboy is worldwide now. Paperboy is doing a tour in Europe, and they're navigating Europe, and they find out like the world is pretty racist. And then along that, they have kind of like race baiting material, making you question some things about things in life. It's just so weird looking at Kevin Samuels post humorous. It's just weird. But it was a good episode. But I mean, I don't know. People might feel like it's race baiting, but you gotta understand he has a point. Next story. I talked about this on my podcast. Now let me rant for a minute, okay? And then I have 10 more minutes before the Mexican pizza is able to be sold. So I'm like hype right now because the Mexican pizza is coming back. And then when the Mexican pizza come back, my favorite candy is whack. But recently I haven't been eating this type of candy because I had a situation with I can't find the gummy savers I like. Y'all be careful with eating this type of candy. I just wanted to make an announcement about that. Okay, just be careful. That's a little recipe I want to steal. All right, so I want to go back to the original post that I found with him. I don't know who the hell this guy is, by the way. So don't ask me if I know who he is and what he's known for. I don't know who the hell this guy is. I don't know who the hell half these rappers are anymore. I don't keep up what's going on. And when I do keep up what's going on, it's normally about real life situations and it's not about things that y'all want to talk about. So I guess that's the only post I got. All right. So according to the neighborhood talk, Lil Meech was arrested for allegedly stealing a Richard Mille watch. Okay. So this is what the jeweler had to say. It said, Blank Jeweler is a family business. You cannot trade a watch that wasn't paid for to another jeweler and take the next jeweler's watch and not pay them as well. We all work hard for our money and do clean business. We reach our many times, but you ignored. You know, people in the entertainment industry have a tendency to do that. If someone owed you 200K, would you let that slide? We put our blood, sweat, and tears into making this business successful. We came from the bottom. Not the bottom. We came from the bottom. Not you should rob Peter to pay Paul, but you didn't pay Paul. You robbed both Peter and Paul. And I didn't even think about that statement until I saw them talking about what was going on with Erica Girardi. And they brought up the statement, you robbed Peter to pay Paul. I was like, I ain't heard that statement since I've been around my grandma. That's an old statement. But he robbed Peter and Paul. Y'all, I'm telling you guys, they are out on the lookout for you rappers. So you do anything illegal, they're putting your ass in jail. Okay? They tired of you niggas. Now, I saw this story. I saw that it was 3 brothers. Okay? So before I talk about this story, and I'm probably going to come back and bring up this story on Friday, but they're saying 2, I heard 3. I'm not going to report the story until I get everything clear. But this is sad. There's just so much violence that's been going on in the Black community against Black people. It doesn't make any sense. It says a New Jersey man gets $10 million settlement after officers paralyzed him in 2014 encounter. It says Camden County, New Jersey will pay a victim of police brutality $10 million after he was paralyzed by an officer in 2014. Xavier Ingram was outside of a liquor store in June 2014 when he began to run from the deputies because he had an outstanding warrant for a driving violation. During the chase, Ingram fell to the ground and was handcuffed by the officer. The officer stomped on his neck as he lay defenselessly and posed no threat to them. He was then denied medical care after his legs went completely numb. At the time, they claimed Ingram was injured by the fall and that he had drugs and a gun on him in a sloppy attempt to dismiss the viciousness of the attack. Those charges against Ingram was dropped after evidence suggested that the items were planted on him. Camden County continued to deny any wrongdoing despite the settlement with Ingram. We'll be settling cases with Mr. Ingram, but we do not believe that it is the right decision, said Camden County spokesperson Dan Kishan. However, Kishan, the 29-year-old attorney, Beth G. Baldinger, had maintained that his brutal injury was unjustified. I didn't know you can be an attorney at 29. Mr. Ingram was not resisting, did not threaten the officer, and there was no justification for any use of forces, Baldinger said. Baldinger, sorry. The father of 4, who was just 20 years old, at the time of the assault, is now a quadriplegic who received 24-hour nursing home care. That doesn't make no damn sense. He only 20 years old and he's already in nursing home. This is sad. All because they just wanted to beat up on a Black guy, right? I mean, that's not going to fix everything. Is $10 million going to get him started to walk? Like, do they have any Stark tech to get him to start walking? Poor thing. Y'all said a Massachusetts resident has tested positive for monkeypox. Read the title. It says these are the times, and these are the times. Monkeypox is a rare disease caused by monkeypox virus. The first case among humans was recorded in the Democratic Republic of Congo in 1970, and the illness has since spread to several other nations, mostly in Central and Western Africa. It can transmit from animals to humans when an infected animal, such as a rodent or a primate, bite or scratch a person. The CDC said humans can also be affected when hunting wild animals or preparing bush meat for consumption. The disease can also spread from person to person via large respiratory droplets in the air, but it cannot travel more than a few feet, so two people would need to have prolonged close contact. The most common symptoms are fever, headache, fatigue, and muscle ache. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's the kind of world we're living in right now. It says a 14-year-old student at a school in Boston is accused of throwing boiling rum and water on his teacher's face, per NBC News. The attack came after the teacher told the student not to use a textbook to assist in microwaving ramen noodles because the book would get ruined in the microwave, police said. According to the NBC Boston, the student allegedly proceeded to stand up from his seat and pour his cup of boiling ramen noodles on the teacher. The teacher claimed when she told the principal what had transpired, the principal said she would call 911. However, the authorities were never called. The teacher brought herself to a nearby hospital where she suffered swelling and minor burns on her left cheek and redness inside her left ear, said the report. A Boston Public School representative said in a statement to NBC 10 Boston and NEC that incident was unfortunate and that the actions were taken to ensure the safety of the staff member involved and appropriate interventions have occurred. The student is being charged as a juvenile and has been charged with aggravated assault. Yeah, I'll sue the shit out of the school system for not calling the police because you girl, why would you throw ramen noodles at me if I'm trying to tell you not to put the book because it will ruin the microwave? But you know what? You go on with your life, kid. So when you make ramen noodles and you ruin the book and you blow up your damn house, remember there was a teacher that tried to keep you from doing it. Dumbass. Honey, we're gonna talk about this later. There's some other stuff I want to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about this at the end. Um this is old. I thought this was an actual breaking news, but it's not. Um I wanna I want to talk about this in the end too. Let's get into some Kimmy K Miss. Let's talk about this. Is she trying to admit that she a man? Is Kim Kardashian admitting she a man these days? Because if it was a gay wedding and you were getting married to him, wouldn't that mean you were a man, Kim? I'm just saying, don't be throwing shade when there's no need to throw it. It's the fact that you still throwing shade at your ex-husband to me. It's like, damn. It's like, how many black men do you need to disrespect for these men to leave you the fuck alone? It's like, fuck. But y'all doing y'all thing, right? This is totally okay. She just disrespect. This is the second husband, and he is her second husband. You disrespect all three of your husbands, and you disrespect your new boyfriend because you've been editing your boyfriend's face. It's like, dang. I mean, can you not tell me I'm ugly? But y'all love this hoe. Let me find something else. Um. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the story. I saw this. I was trying to figure out what was going on right here. I don't know if I can stop and play it. I don't know if I can control it. No, I can't control it. I was trying to figure out what was going on right here and why this was happening. And I'm like, why are they fighting, honey? Why are y'all fighting? So y'all get to hear what's going on. I was your brother. Every single you fucking threatening me. You threatening me. Every single that you threatening us. Natalie, all the talk we have every night. Every night. I'm gonna let you guys know this, and this is no disrespect to Sydney Star. It's really kind of disrespect to Natalie because it don't make no sense that somebody that is a transgender woman and you are shaped the same. I thought you were my friend. I was your brother. Every single you fucking threatening me. You threatening me. Every single that you threatening us. Natalie, all the talk we had every night. Every night you said I was on. I thought you were my. Oh, now she on the floor again. You ain't goofy, huh? Now she on the floor again. Now she on the floor. All right, you gotta get the logistics of what's going on. All right, they're fighting. I know you did not just let Natalie. Natalie is not known for fighting, honey. But you get the logistics of what's happening. And then I saw this. Oh Lord. Don't you act up today. Hold on. Then I saw this. Because I was like, why are they outside fighting? Nobody doing a reality show, right? Wrong. In the club with my bros and my bitches with the dough. Never snitch, you know the code. We so cold, like drop a coat, $1 million on a coat. Just be sure. Oh, girl, I forgot about copyright, right? Girl. So that's why there was a fight. So anytime you see people who are reality TV show stars and they're fighting, they're promoting the show. Next story. I want to talk about this case that happened over the weekend. I want to know if I kept it, or I don't know if I kept it. I want to I want to talk about this, and I wanted you to hear what the parents say. So this children, thought it was okay to go to a black family's house with a whip and went after their daughter. Right? So here's a story about what happened because I see people showing this and posting this, but nobody's talking about what the family is saying. So this is what the parents had to say. Oh crap.
The kid claimed as he was walking home that he was jumped by our son. Our son is 13 years old. He gets out of school 2 hours after the 9-year-old gets out of school. So there's no way our son could have touched or even seen, this 9-year-old kid that claims he was jumped by our son. This is not the first incident that we've had with the neighbor accusing our sons of doing things that they didn't do. We'll go back and show you guys the previous post from 2019 from where we had an issue with him, and then we'll give you a breakdown of that. But so the 9-year-old claimed that he was jumped by our son. What actually happened is that we spoke with a group of kids that walk home with the 9-year-old as well as my daughter, and the entire group. So the events that led up to the 9-year-old coming to our door. The kid claimed as he was walking home that he was jumped by our son. Our son is 13 years old. He gets out of school 2 hours after the 9-year-old gets out of school. So there's no way our son could have touched or even seen this 9-year-old kid that claims he was jumped by our son. This is not the first incident that we've had with the neighbor accusing our sons of doing things that they didn't do. We'll go back and show you guys the previous post from 2019 from where we had an issue with him, and then we'll give you a breakdown of that. But so the 9-year-old claimed that he was jumped by our son. What actually happened is that we spoke with a group of kids that walk home with the 9-year-old as well as my daughter, and the entire group. So the events that led up to the 9-year-old coming to our door. The kid claimed as he was walking home that he was jumped by our son. Our son is 13 years old. He gets
I just realized
basically confirmed my daughter's story. My daughter told us that the 9-year-old kid was saying rude things to the group of kids. The group of kids
racial slurs
to those kids. The group of kids that the 9-year-old was with were all African American, and I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you didn't say a name.
The group of kids, well, how can I put it?
It's okay. You just say it.
Yeah, I got you.
It's okay. You didn't say a name, and you can describe them. It's just a description.
Okay, so the 9-year-old was saying racial slurs to the other kids. Some of those kids that he said those slurs to were brothers and sisters. So those kids proceeded to basically attack him. I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what happened.
Well, he started by hitting them with his skateboard. He typically rides a skateboard to school, so he was hitting the other kids with his skateboard. And apparently, when he hit the kids with the skateboard, their siblings started,
basically confirmed my daughter's story.
Getting in, it was a brother. It was a brother that was there, and he was like, I had to defend my sister. He was hitting my sister, and once he hit my daughter, like a few months back, she came home crying because another kid had scratched up her face, and I had told her, hey, don't come back here with your tail between your legs. You need to defend yourself, and that's what she did, and he didn't like it. And
now I'm gonna say this. I have an issue with this. Okay, I know y'all sitting up here and y'all want your little equal rights to dudes, but there's a point in time where you have to also teach your daughter that, I know you're saying it's not okay and you should fight back, but it's still, the point should have been made. You don't put your hands on a little girl. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have patience. I really do have patience. So when I go off on somebody, that's because I've had it with them. I'm not going to sit up here. I don't go off on just anybody. So I'm going to say this. First and foremost, him running to the door, I would have ran out that door chasing after his little ass. Okay? Because I'm immature like that. Your little ass come to my door, it's a fight, okay? I'm triggered, okay? You done brought me all the way back to middle school. You done brought me all the way back to high school. So you come to my door, I'm going to dart out the door, and I'm going to totally forget that I'm a 31-year-old grown woman, okay? Because I'm triggered. They behave differently. I will have to commend these parents. They did behave in a valuable manner. They did behave in a great manner. But I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm running after this little bastard. But I don't care for the whole, when you got to go defend yourself, it's kind of like, that's a boy. A boy is not supposed to put his hands on you. But if it was me in school, nobody knew not to put their hands on me, because I ain't gonna lie, I was a big kid. I've always been a big kid. So if people put hands on me, they know I'll slap the shit out of them back. But truth be told, you come to my door, I'm going to be triggered because, you know, I'm a 90s baby, 2000s teenager, and I'm going to run outside after you because you done triggered me. I don't see how they sit up there and let him knock on the door like that. I don't care who the kid is. You knock on the door. I don't care who it is. I'm one of those people where if you knock on the door, you put certain pressure to the door, I won't open the door. But when I do open the door, it's up and stuck for you.
And when she defended herself, another kid ended up pushing him
into some water.
Yeah, so they pushed him from the back, and when he got up, you know, the first person he saw was Jordan, which is my daughter, and he attacked her. So she came home, and that's when she told me, you know, what had took place, and we, you know, we were having a conversation about it, and he came to the door beating on the door. So that's where we are with, you know, him beating on the door at this point.
Okay, so as far as the
getting in,
now we're going to show you guys the video. Well, actually,
we kind of already saw that. They kind of explained what happened. Just know this, okay? So people out there in the world, just to warn you, these are some decent people, okay? You actually got people in this world who will beat your kid like a damn dog. And I'm saying this not only for the safety of adults and for the safety of your child. I'm saying this for the safety of your kids being bold enough and rolling up on grown folks' house and being on their door that they did not pay for. Now, everybody treat kids the same way you treat kids. Now, this is a lovely couple. They're a beautiful couple, and they probably have lovely children, and they're trying their best to do what was right in this whole situation. Now, the little cowards, the bitch ass daddy didn't do anything. The daddy's a bitch. It would have been up and stuck for him too. I would have ran across the street, ran his little ad across the street, and I would have jumped that dad. Period. And his mama. The whole house gonna be fighting because of me, because you done sit there and let a wild woman out because you done triggered me. Come to my door with a whip. You cannot be going up to everybody else's house like that. You actually got people who will knock your kid's ass out. You got some people, I'm not just talking about black people, I'm talking about white people too. I'm from the South, so black and white people will knock your child straight the fuck out. Your kid come run to the door, we gonna knock his ass out. But his punk ass daddy didn't answer the door, didn't do anything. No, I would have ran across the street right into their house, and they would have had a wild woman in the house. I would have towed their house up and ran back out. They would not know what happened. I would have Tasmanian devil downs. Your kid ain't coming back again, I bet you. Oh, rotten ass little brat.
I already know what y'all want to know, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get ready for it. So go ahead and bring the questions because I already know what it is.
All right. But yeah, your kid can't just run into people's houses like that. You just can't do that. I don't know why I saved this. There's some stuff I saved that I'm looking at, and I'm like, I don't even care anymore. I don't even know who they are. So y'all remember, did I show y'all that? No. Did y'all show y'all that? Candace Owen pulled up on Patrisse Cullors, Patrisse Cullors, because Black Lives Matter is using Black Lives Matter money for their black asses. And so Candace Owen pulled up, and I did not know Candace Owen was pregnant. So and you're sitting over here crying like a little baby. How is she threatening you? She's pregnant. All right. So this is what actually happened.
Candace Owens being outside of my house with a news crew. She was demanding that I come outside.
Hello. I was just looking to speak to whoever is at this property because it's listed as the Black Lives Matter property. Sir? Hello?
The fact that she's came outside my house and demanded things, harassed me, is unacceptable.
We're not trying to harass you. We'll gladly leave. We're just wondering if we can speak to anybody.
Y'all, I really need my family to be safe. I need to be safe. I need my child to be safe. And this... And this, what happened this morning is not safety.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
And this morning I woke up to Candace Owens.
And the crazy part is that we need what they said they were supposed to be doing, because y'all know what happened over the weekend. And we need an organization to defend us right now. And the organization that was so-called defending us is over here fighting with Candace Owens. And that you're playing victim to Candace Owens. You know, she came to my house. She threatened me with her belly and all. I felt like the baby was going to come out and call me the N-word. And it's crazy because all this is happening and we really need an organization right now to help us. Even granted, it was crazy because people were already protesting because they said that it was leaked that Roe versus Wade, which I wasn't able to be on here when that popped off. But Roe versus Wade, did I talk about this on here? I'm not quite sure. Roe versus Wade was about to be reversed. So, because it leaked out an email that the Supreme Court was going to get rid of, Roe versus Wade. And so people were already protesting because of that. And then, you're sitting here in your castle crying while 10 Black people were murdered. Let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about.
We live a happy life until December 7th, 2020.
All right. So just to give you a backstory on this, and I still don't know what the challenge is. I don't know what the blackout challenge is. So as you see, it says a family of 10-year-old girl who died while doing the blackout challenge sues TikTok. They're not going to get anything from TikTok. Okay, I don't know why y'all going against Goliath. And giants do fall, and trust me, giants do fall. But you can't blame TikTok for this happening. It's very unfortunate that this happened to this lady and this happened to this beautiful little girl. But this is why you have to teach your children discernment. Okay. But I want you guys to listen to what she has to say.
21, when our lives changed forever from this terrible tragedy, I cannot stop replaying this day in my head. The unbreakable bond in our family is now shattered and void. And that was now Nyla remains. And following this tragedy, I had discovered that Nyla was not the only victim to this horrible challenge on TikTok. I have learned that it has taken many children's lives. I want to hold this company accountable. It is time that these dangerous challenges come to an end, that other families don't experience the heartbreak we live every day. I accepted that my daughter's voice is going forever. So I'm going to speak for her. And the message here today is something has to change. Something has to stop, because I wouldn't never want no other parent to go through what I'm going through ever since December 7th.
It's like people are forgetting how to take responsibility. And like I said, you can't help what your kid do behind your back. But you know, there used to be an old policy where you remove the door of the child's room. So I don't know. I mean, I think she's going about it the wrong way. You can't sue TikTok for a challenge. TikTok don't pick the challenges. The challenges just happen. And she probably talking to some friends at school, and they probably asked her, did she do the blackout challenge? Like I said, discernment. That's all I can say. I thought this was interesting. And then, of course, there's going to be one light-skinned person that tried to hijack this whole thing. Because this is true. All of this is true, because I've heard all these things being said to somebody who's dark-skinned. And then here comes, you know, I never heard this one. But I have heard this. But I never heard the Darth Vader part. I heard the burnt crispy part, which I was like, really? And when you're young and you're little and you're a kid, it's funny. And then when you get older, you don't realize the trauma that that person went through with you talking shit like that. I never heard this phrase right here. I'm not going to repeat it because y'all ain't going to flag me for that shit. I never heard that before. And it was crazy to me. Like, it's totally okay for people who are not black to have full lips, but it's not okay for black people to have full lips. I always thought that was weird. Let me talk about that for a minute. Let me break that down for a minute. Because back in the day, y'all used to make fun of two people for their black features. One of them, y'all used to make fun of Mario's nose. And y'all used to make fun of Raspy's lips. Did y'all not? And I never forget, like, people used to make fun of that. My cousin used to make fun of Mario's nose. I had this huge crush on Mario. I still think he's fine as hell. I had this huge crush on Mario. And my cousin was making fun of his nose. I was like, stop. It's not funny. You making fun of his nose. You know, it's not funny. And my mom was like, you know, there's nothing wrong with his nose or something like that. I was like, you know, and this is what I said. I said this as a 12, 13-year-old. I'm like, as a black person, I'm supposed to love these features. I'm supposed to love your black features. But y'all used to make fun of that. Y'all used to make fun of Mario's nose. And Raspy's lips. I can't stand Raspy now, but we ain't gonna talk about why I can't stand it. Y'all still do. That was one of the things Chris Brown was making fun of with Raspy, was his lips. And I'm like, how can you make fun of a black man for having black features? But these whores are walking around. They don't look as big now because his face is bigger, which is crazy because y'all used to make fun of his lips. I was like, how you gonna make fun of somebody's features? How you gonna make fun of a black person for having black features, but it's beautiful on Angelina Jolie? Self-hate is real. And this is real stuff. Now, this is disturbing. He should have reported that Spanish teacher for saying that. That's gross. I mean, she should have supported the Spanish teacher for saying that. That's wrong. No, it's not. It's not. I disagree with this statement right here. That's not true. It's not the same. Even though people picked on me because I was fat, I don't give a fuck. I was pretty as hell, though. Still pretty, motherfucker. But yeah, and it's crazy to me because you look at the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which, by the way, these fucking raggedy heifers, y'all got low ratings, I heard. They got low ratings. The one thing they were making fun of on its features. And it's crazy to me. It's like to see a bunch of black women over 30 make fun of each other's features. It's just so disturbing to me. It's disturbing. It's disturbing. Y'all grown ass women making fun of each other's black features. Y'all look and y'all sound stupid. That's why y'all show failing. Oh, bitch ass. I'm gonna say this. Russia told y'all to leave the hell alone. Russia told y'all to leave them the hell alone. They told y'all to leave them alone, and now they're using this poor girl as an example. I don't even know what's going on with her. I fear for her life because y'all know what happened the last time American got caught in the country that we beefing with. Y'all know what happened. Do y'all remember? Let me tell you the story. I talked about it on my podcast. Damn it. Y'all remember this guy? That is Otto Warmbier. This guy right here went to the wrong part of a room in a hotel somewhere in North Korea, and he came back comatose. Oh my God. Every time I think about that story, it makes me cry. It makes it even worse because now we gotta worry about this. Oh, my Wi-Fi acting wonky. Y'all pray for her. Pray for Sister Brittany Griner over there. Pray for her. Pray for her. She's a prisoner of war. That's exactly what she is. She's a prisoner of war. Well, our black ass ain't gonna be able to adopt white kids no more. Which I'm trying to figure out, why would you adopt a white child anyway? But you know, it is what it is. This is fucked up. So she got mad at her child because basically she served a little girl food and the food was nasty. And she got mad at the kid because she suck at food. But if you look at the show that she was on, which is called World Worst Cooks in America, why you do that? She got mad with the little girl over some damn pancakes. Now you want to show knowing that you suck at cooking, and then you want to get mad when a child tell you that your cooking still sucks. Adopt your own race. You know, matter of fact, people like this don't should need to be able to adopt, period. Like, there a background check on her before she adopted this child? Over some damn pancakes. That was stupid. Well, you know, karma came real fast in this situation. Now, did it? Joseph McKinnon, 60, was found unconscious at his home in Trent Town, said South Carolina Edgefield County officials. During the investigations, authorities later located another body, which was discovered in a dug pit that was freshly done. They identified the body in the hole as 65-year-old Patricia Dent, McKinnon's partner who lived with him. Officials disclosed that the woman died by foul play, and the evidence eventually revealed a timeline that led authorities to believe Dent was attacked and fatally choked in her home. After the strangulation, McKinnon then dug a ditch into the backyard, draped the corpse in a plastic bag, and went on to throw her body into the hole. While the man filled in the pit, he suffered from a cardiac event leading to his death. Per police, his autopsy later proved he died from natural causes. I mean, you know, that's what y'all need to understand. When you're taking somebody else's life, your life is just as fragile as theirs. That's crazy. Did I show this? All right. I talked about this. Where is do I keep that? All right. So I want to show you the statement that Tesla made. I want to show you the statement that Tesla made, right? Let me see if I can find the statement Tesla made. Damn it. Can I find it? I think I got rid of it. I think I posted it, but I don't know. This is what Tesla said. Okay. This 10 days ago, this is what Tesla said. Let's read what he exactly said, because somebody come and said, that's not what he said. It's nice knowing you. But I'm definitely gonna go back to what was said afterwards, because I find that to be very interesting. Interesting. Let me see if I can find the article. And by the way, I'm not entertaining what Jamal Bryant said. Dang, what I find? And it crazy we for 2 weeks been dealing with the Kardashians case, and then we had to deal with this whole case with, oh my God, not Britney naked. But it's just so freaking weird. Okay, this is the story. I don't know how long the story is. Let the rule. Okay. Elon Musk think the Russian government is out to get him, maybe kill him, and he's exposing the threat he received that support his theory. Elon just tweeted, "If I die under mysterious circumstances, it'll be nice knowing you." So how did Russia get in there? Because he didn't say nothing about no Russia. Now I see what somebody said. He didn't say nothing about no Russia. He said, "If I die under mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing you." As for what prompted the tweet, a guy named Dmitry Rogozin, chief of Russian space agency, sent a statement to Russia media accusing Elon of assisting Ukraine in Russia's brutal war against the country. Rogozin accused Elon of being involved in supplying the fascist force in Ukraine with military communication equipment. And then the ominous warning, and for this, Elon, you will be held accountable like an adult no matter how much you'll play the fool. Okay. So, he didn't say anything about Russia. One. So the person was right. He didn't say nothing about Russia. But I found this to be funny. Hold on. How do I share this? I didn't share the article that I was talking to y'all about. Okay. I shared the article. All right. So go back to this, because this is one of the things I want to talk about. Ignore my astrology stuff. I don't know why I'm. Oh boy. Let me see. To this happening. Mm-hmm. I told y'all to stay out of it. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. That has nothing to do with you. Russia and Ukraine fighting, they ain't got nothing to do with you. I told y'all to stay out of it. Stay out of it. I want to talk about this. I think this is the best way. This is the best. Granted, it would be nice to speak another language. I still want to learn how to speak another language. There's like 4 or 5 different languages I want to learn how to speak. But this right here is the best thing ever. Watch a preview of this.
My mother speaks Mandarin, and I speak English, which is a strange thing.
他讲英文我可以听得懂，可是有时候我讲不来嘛。
We'd love to be able to share with you a new prototype we've been working on. You should be seeing what I'm saying, just transcribed for you in real time, kind of like subtitles for the world.
What we're working on is technology that enables us to break down language barriers, taking years of research in Google Translate and bringing that to glasses.
You see me? Oh, sí te veo. I'm actually looking straight into your eyes, and it seems like you're looking right at me.
Oh, sí, estoy viendo lo que estás diciendo para allá. Making access to information just instant and intuitive. By doing that, technology fades into the background, and we're more connected with the people and the things around us. Giving people the gift of communicating with anyone, no matter what language they speak, I think is a really powerful thing.
Que tengo que dialogar con muchas personas que solamente hablan inglés. Como magia para mí, porque voy a ver cosas que voy a entender lo que ellos dicen por completo y
所以可以互相沟通。我爱你。
Yeah, how many of y'all ready to support us black nail technicians? Y'all about to really know what they're saying now. How many of y'all ready to support us black nail techs? Okay. You don't need the glasses to know what they're saying. Just go on right ahead. Stop going over there. Start going to people who you know for a fact y'all know speak the same language as each other. Okay? Yeah, you might want to go ahead. Yeah. Because y'all going to find some things that y'all don't like. Okay. So somebody decided to try it over the weekend. Somebody tried it. They tried it. I need y'all to know this. I don't know why some of you rappers who want to collaborate, whether it's Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, I don't know if you guys it's actually a turnoff for both Nicki Minaj and Cardi B for y'all to take sides in this situation. Okay? Don't take sides in that whole situation. I don't take sides in the whole situation. I just know this is that years ago I did warn you guys about Nicki Minaj, and everybody thought I was being a hater. So I don't care about the backlash. But y'all be sitting up here and to get a collab, y'all think that y'all can play them against each other. Okay? And it's cute, right? Y'all acting like y'all in high school. They had beef with each other. They had beef with each other. You stay out their beef. They had beef with each other. You keep your butt over there. You hush your mouth and you keep your butt over there. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Doesn't involve you, Lois. Okay? Does not involve you, Lois. So this DJ, he's messing up his bag basically. I'm one of those people when it has to be mutual when it comes to your bag. You have to be mutual when it comes to your bag. Okay. You have to be very mutual when it comes to your bag. I don't know why his video done snuck up in there. So y'all know, not too long ago, that Naomi Judd passed away. So here's her daughter Ashley Judd telling you about what had happened. So yeah.
And I've thought about this so much because once I say it, it cannot be unsaid. And so because we don't want it to be a part of the gossip economy, I will share with you that she used a weapon. Mother used a firearm. So that's the piece of information that we are very uncomfortable sharing, but understand that we're in a position that, if we don't say it, someone else is going to.
It was a day like another day.
It was a mixed day. So I visit with my mom and pop every day when I'm home in Tennessee. So I was at the house visiting as I am every day. And Mom said to me, "Will you stay with me?" And I said, "Of course I will."
Ashley went outside bringing a comforting person who had arrived. When she came back,
I went upstairs to let her know that the friend was there, and I discovered her. And I've thought about this so much because once I say it, it cannot be unsaid.
Just in case you don't understand what she's saying, she's basically saying that her mom used a weapon to do what she did. I don't want to say it. I forgot the phrase that they used. The phrase they used, I thought was very genius of their PR. The phrase they used was disease of the mental illness. So the scary part is that she used a weapon. She used a glizzy. Man. Y'all check on everybody. Check on everybody. Check even your strong friends. Just check on them. This is it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. I don't know. I just know that I saw several things of her saying that she was depressed and she wanted to help people combat depression. And people are more depressed now than ever due to the unforeseen circumstances of 2020. So y'all look out for one another. This is sad. Really look out for one. Look out for family members, especially family members who say they're depressed. So yeah. There's so much stuff I want to talk to y'all about. I want to leave it for Saturday, but I'm not quite sure. Honey. I will never know why certain people get to have kids. And I know bleach burn when it's in your stomach. It burns. It burns come up and come out because it's acidic. But you know, y'all have sex with these weird looking bitches. And they do some weird shit with your kids. Then you want to sit up here and blame a whole group of women who have nothing to do with what she did. But you know what? That's neither here nor there with me. Like I said, y'all need to check on people. People ain't acting right. Clearly this lady ain't acting right. This is messed up. I've never done voodoo before, but I am pretty sure that there are no spells that consist of whatever the hell she's doing. Voodoo, most of the stuff dealing with voodoo deals with the natural. So I don't know what this woman is doing. No, this is crazy. The little girls were 3 and 8. So since we talked about like mental health a little bit, and we talked about situations that, you know, have to do with mental health, I made a decision, especially after what happened in Buffalo. I've made the decision that I am going to school and studying psychology. Because and trust me when I say I'm trying to figure out how to make it more holistic, but I have to learn and go to school and learn it their way first before I choose my way on doing anything in life. So I want to go to school and learn psychology. Because desperate times call for desperate measures. And as you see, we are in desperate times. I told y'all these are the times. That's why I named it this, because these are the times that make you question things, make you lose your faith. Like older people say, make you lose your religion. But that's the last thing you need to lose. And a lot of times with people, when they lose their religion, they do things like this, and it hurts not only it hurts not only the child, but it hurts the family. And this would be a reason why I would want to know what possessed her keyword possessed her. She's clearly not in her right mind. I don't think she understood what she did. And I'm not excusing what she did because it's not okay what she did to those little girls. But she's clearly not in her right mind. And she needs to be evaluated. No, I already talked about this. I got this twice. So I want to talk about this. You know, after a while, melatonin don't work. If you give somebody too much melatonin, their body adapts and it doesn't work. Dr. Oz was talking about that because one lady was talking about that she had sleeping problems and she took his advice and she started, I don't know, y'all act like some brainless ass children these days. Y'all act like y'all don't know that this happening. But anyway, I digress. You know. Anyway, this lady was talking about on Dr. Oz, you know, melatonin didn't work no more. And it does happen. Your body becomes immune to it, you know. It's just like when people smoke weed and weed don't work no more, and so they go to something stronger. And that's why some people believe that weed is a gateway drug. Because you start with weed and then you end up doing that hard stuff. Because you don't feel high no more, or the high is not hitting the way you think it should. Yeah. This is a real thing. So my thing is, eventually the melatonin was not going to work on those kids anymore because they were going to become immune to it, and they weren't going to be able to get them to sleep at all. That's why kids be having stomach problems. You don't know what these kids be going through at these little daycare centers they be having, honey. Oh. Telling y'all don't know what these people be doing to your kids when you don't have them around you. I ain't trying to scare y'all out of putting them in daycare, but trust and believe. Be careful with putting them in daycare. I would say that. I was like, oh my God, when I was working at daycare center, I just thought it was inhumane. For not only the teachers, but like for the kids. It was just, ugh. I was like, I don't like it here. So you have more people using drastic ways of dealing with situations that are difficult. Let's see if I got something else. I want to play the audio of this. Just in case y'all don't know what happened. What's it making me? I usually go to bed by now, but I decided to stay up for a little bit. Then I'm gonna go right to bed.
911. Hello?
John. Everybody's going on. Let's get out. Run. Let's find a hotel.
Hello?
I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, she passed away. The crazy thing you do for love, right? It made me think about Sammy when I said that. Sammy was only 12, talking about some of the crazy things you do for love. Like I said, crazy things you do for love, right? Hold on, before crazy things you do for love, right?
A love triangle leaves a spring man dead. The Harris County Sheriff's Office saying an adult female, Karen Stewart, advised responding deputies that she shot her husband after he told her he was in love with another woman. That other woman was with him at the time. Karen Stewart is now in jail, charged with murder, bond set at $75,000. The love triangle unfolding as investigators learn more. Stewart is a girlfriend of James Hargrove, the victim. James married but recently separated.
I got the call that my husband had been shot, and they took him to Houston Northwest. He didn't make it. It's very hard to believe.
So get this story, all right? This is the woman he's actually married to. The woman that killed him was a side chick. Honey. So it wasn't his wife that killed him. It was his side chick that killed him. You can't have an affair with just anybody. That's all I gotta say.
We've been married 14 years. It's very hard to believe.
Sandra Hargrove, the wife, is in disbelief, saying they separated in November and that she was unaware of the other women.
I've never met the person. I have no idea. My knowledge is she's a caregiver.
She says James was her best friend and they spoke every other day.
Talked to him every other day. I haven't really seen him since my nephew's wedding, but I talked to him every other day. He just recovered from COVID. He had been in the hospital. He was there 5 months. He couldn't walk. He had 2 heart attacks, a stroke. His kidneys failed. He just recovered from all of that. So for him to make it through all of that, to end like this is real disheartening.
Funeral services are set for this weekend. Stewart has been charged with felony murder. Reporting live, Tiffany Jeff. A love triangle leaves a spring man dead. The Harris County Sheriff's Office saying.
So this man done survived COVID, a heart attack, a stroke, a liver transplant, all these things to get killed by his side chick. My thing is, once you survive COVID, at that point, you need to stop playing games. You need to just, games need to stop being played at that point. I'm going to tell you right now, I was sick, and I remember being sick. I hated it. And I was like, I ain't going to do whatever I did to get this anymore. Which I didn't do nothing. I was at home, so I don't know how I got whatever it was. But this is sad. You can't have an affair with just anybody. You can't. And somebody said she was a caregiver. So was she like doing therapy with him? Like physical therapy? And was it because he said he wanted to go back to his wife, who is his best friend? He almost died, and he was like, you know what? I'm sitting up here with regrets. I don't want to be with you no more. I'm actually still in love with my wife. And she decided to kill him, probably knowing good and well this man was married. Y'all can't do that side stuff no more. Because some people take it a little too far. I'm just saying. Some people take these things a little bit too far, Was it I can't have them so nobody can? Kind of shit. Yeah, this is scary.
You said something on your show.
I want to talk about this. Did I talk about this already? I feel like I talked about this already. I don't know why. I feel like I talked about this already. All right, the rest I'm gonna talk about because what I'm gonna do over the weekends, I want to talk about this stuff dealing with Young Thug and Gunna. But I'm gonna talk about that on Friday. No, I might want to talk about it. Hold on. Let's talk about this. Did I talk about this? I want to talk about this real quick, and then I'm ending this thing. Let me go to TMZ real quick. And I kind of talked about this, and I kind of said something about this. I forgot what the last thing I talked about when I was in here, so please excuse me. But this has to do with Andy Dick. That's what I want to talk about. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I feel like people low-key show you something is wrong with them or that they're off. And everybody ignore it and see it as comedy. But it's really not. They're really showing you they're really screwed up like that. So And I just always felt like with Andy Dick, I just felt like, I don't know, he just grossed me out. So just to explain this footage, this is the police raiding his home because he's been accused of SA, which is sexual assault. And he just seems like someone who would do something like that. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. He just seemed like someone who, if you looked at his comedy back in the day, you would think that he'd be that type of person. It's just some things he did. It wasn't funny. It was just gross. So, and this is not something I'm surprised that he's in trouble for. I'm just not. I just want to know if it, I mean, wait a minute. When did it say this? An adult male, so that makes sense it was a male. Because it definitely wasn't no female. It just stuck out to me that this happened in today's time. And it's like, I feel like he should have been arrested a long time ago for acting like this, for his behavior. That's why I'm bringing it up. It's like, you know, he got arrested for this. He did? Oh, wow. How big are you to figure out somebody was like this? I figured this out when I was like 10, 12 years old that something was wrong with this man. He's not funny. He's gross. And y'all just now arresting him like 20 years later. I guess the money ran out, right? With that being said, this one was a long one. I'm coming back on here on Friday, and I'm going to talk about some other stuff that I accumulated over this little break I had. Like I said, I'm just going to stick to Wednesdays and Fridays, apparently, because I was on here and like it was no point. It was no point whatsoever. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely day. So I'm so outie. I might be going to Patreon and tell you the uncensored story about what happened. Stay tuned.